You wake up and your knees feel stiff again. Just walking to the kitchen feels like a chore. You've tried creams, pills, stretching, but the pain always finds its way back. But what if the answer wasn't in your medicine cabinet, but in your fruit bowl? What if I told you that a simple slice of one specific fruit each morning could begin easing joint pain, reduce inflammation, and help you move freely again in just 10 days? This isn't a fad or some miracle cure. It's supported by both science and stories from people like you, people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, who were tired of waking up in pain. Today, I'll walk you through exactly what this fruit is, how it works, and how one small habit could make a big difference in how your knees feel every morning. Shall we begin? George is 67, a retired bus mechanic from Ohio. Built like someone who's spent decades working with his hands. But lately, even bending to tie his shoes felt like a struggle. His mornings began with pain, not just stiffness, but a deep ache in both knees, the kind that made him wince when getting out of bed. His wife, Linda, used to tease him, "You sound like a haunted house with all that creaking." But neither of them was laughing anymore. He tried what most people try, over-the-counter painkillers. A cream advertised on late-night TV, even heating pads at bedtime. But nothing stuck. The pain always came back. The worst moment? Last Thanksgiving. He stepped off the porch and lost his balance. Not a fall, but close. And the fear on Linda's face, that stuck with him longer than the knee pain. That was when George realized this wasn't just about discomfort, it was about losing independence. His doctor mentioned arthritis. "Wear and tear," he said, "common at your age." He suggested a prescription anti-inflammatory, but George was wary. "I don't want to live off pills," he told Linda. "There has to be something better." So he started looking into natural ways to support joint health. Late-night reading turned into early morning research. That's when he came across a study from a European university that changed his thinking. It wasn't a supplement, it wasn't a drug, it was a fruit, a common one often overlooked, pineapple. More specifically, a compound inside pineapple called bromelain, a natural enzyme shown in multiple studies to help reduce inflammation, support tissue healing, and ease joint discomfort. It's been used in traditional cultures for centuries. But here it was, backed by modern science. Skeptical but hopeful, George made a simple change. Each morning, with his coffee, he ate a few chunks of fresh pineapple. Nothing fancy, no blender, no pills, just real food. Within the first week, he noticed the morning stiffness didn't last as long. 2 weeks later, he was standing up from his chair without using his hands to push. 1 month in, he and Linda were walking the neighborhood loop again. The best part, he felt like himself again. Not medicated, not foggy, just strong, steady and clear. And it all started with a slice of pineapple. Most people think of pineapple as just a tropical fruit, sweet, juicy, maybe good for digestion. But very few know it's one of the most potent anti-inflammatory foods available, especially for seniors. At the heart of its power is an enzyme called bromelain. Found mostly in the stem and core of the pineapple, bromelain has been studied extensively for its ability to reduce swelling, support tissue repair, and ease pain naturally, without the side effects of typical pain medications. Here's what makes it so important for people over 60. As we age, our joints go through decades of use and wear. Cartilage wears down. The synovial fluid that cushions movement begins to thin. Inflammation becomes more common, especially in the knees, hips and lower back. That inflammation is what causes stiffness, pain, and the feeling of bone-on-bone grinding. Bromelain works by blocking certain inflammatory compounds, like prostaglandins, that contribute to swelling and discomfort. But it goes even deeper. In a study published in Clinical Rheumatology, researchers found that bromelain was as effective as common non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, in reducing pain in patients with osteoarthritis, but without the stomach irritation and long-term health risks. That's a big deal for seniors, who often deal with multiple medications and sensitive digestion. Another benefit of bromelain? It helps improve circulation. Better blood flow means more nutrients reach the joints and waste products from inflammation are cleared out faster. That's why many seniors who start eating pineapple regularly report less swelling in their knees and ankles. And unlike isolated pills, pineapple offers bromelain in its most bioavailable form. naturally paired with vitamin C, manganese and fibre, which all support tissue healing, collagen formation and gut health. Let's break it down. Bromelain reduces inflammation, swelling and joint pain. Vitamin C supports collagen production and cartilage repair. Manganese helps maintain bone density and connective tissue. Fibre supports gut health, which has a surprising connection to chronic inflammation. Together, these nutrients form a natural package that gently supports the body's healing process without overloading the system. So, how much pineapple do you actually need? Not a lot. In most studies, the beneficial dose of bromelain is equivalent to what you'd get from about 1/2 to 1 cup of fresh pineapple per day, ideally eaten in the morning when your digestive system is most receptive. You can eat it raw, blend it into a smoothie, or pair it with a handful of nuts for steady energy. Some seniors opt for bromelain supplements, especially if they can't tolerate the fruit's acidity. But for many like George, eating it fresh feels simpler and more natural. It becomes part of their rhythm, something they look forward to. And in just 10 days, many report waking up with joints that feel looser, legs that move easier, and less hesitation with each step. Pineapple, with its bromelain-rich core, does a lot on its own, but just like any natural remedy, it works even better when supported by the right nutrients. Think of it like a team. Each member plays a role in reducing inflammation, protecting cartilage, and helping your joints move more freely. In this section, we'll look at 3 everyday foods that, when combined with pineapple, create a powerful anti-inflammatory synergy that helps seniors feel stronger, lighter, and more mobile with every step. 1. Chia seeds. Tiny seeds, big support. These tiny black and white seeds are often overlooked, but they pack a major punch. Chia seeds are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for reducing inflammation in the body. In fact, several studies have shown that people who consume omega-3s regularly report less joint pain and stiffness, especially in the morning. Omega-3s help by calming the body's overactive immune response. For seniors with arthritis, this is key. And the bonus? Chia seeds also contain calcium, magnesium and protein, which support bone strength and muscle recovery. How to use them? Stir a tablespoon into a smoothie with pineapple, or sprinkle them over oatmeal or yogurt. They're tasteless, so they blend easily into your meals without changing the flavour. 2. Turmeric. Nature's golden healer. Turmeric isn't just a spice, it's one of the most researched natural anti-inflammatories in the world. The active compound, curcumin, has been shown to reduce joint pain, swelling and stiffness in people with osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, often with results similar to pain medications. But there's a catch. Curcumin is hard for the body to absorb on its own. That's why it should be paired with a little black pepper, which contains piperine, a compound that increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. A small pinch is all it takes. You can add turmeric to your roasted vegetables, mix it into soup, or stir it into a cup of warm water with lemon. For something simple, try a golden milk. Just a warm glass of almond milk with turmeric, black pepper and cinnamon. 3. Leafy greens, the foundation of joint health. Kale, spinach, arugula, collard greens. All of these are packed with vitamins K, C and magnesium, which work together to protect cartilage, support bone density and keep the body's inflammation in check. Vitamin K is especially important for seniors, as it helps regulate calcium in the bones and joints, preventing it from settling in arteries or soft tissue where it can cause stiffness and pain. Greens also contain natural antioxidants that help fight oxidative stress, a key factor in aging-related joint damage. One of the easiest ways to get these benefits? Add a small salad to your lunch or dinner, or blend a handful of spinach into your morning smoothie alongside pineapple. The bitterness of greens balances the sweetness of the fruit perfectly. The power is in the pairing. What makes this approach so powerful isn't just one food, it's how they work together. Pineapple delivers bromelain to reduce inflammation. Chia seeds add omega-3s and minerals for joint flexibility. Turmeric lowers pain sensitivity and protects joints. Leafy greens provide the building blocks for stronger bones and softer tissue. Together, they create an environment in the body where healing becomes possible, where pain begins to fade and movement feels natural again. Coming up next, we'll explore how to build these into a simple morning and evening ritual you can actually stick with. Knowing which foods help is powerful, but unless you turn that knowledge into consistent habits, the benefits stay out of reach. That's especially true with joint pain. It doesn't go away in a day, but with steady care, you can experience real, lasting relief. In this section, I'll walk you through a simple morning and evening routine using the ingredients we've discussed: pineapple, chia seeds, turmeric, leafy greens, and one key ingredient we'll reintroduce: warm water with lemon and apple cider vinegar. No supplements, no pills, just food-based rituals to rebuild your strength from the inside out. Morning routine: wake up your joints. Ritual: start your day by gently waking your digestive and immune systems. This not only sets your metabolism in motion, but also reduces the stiffness that many seniors feel first thing in the morning. Step 1. Warm water with lemon and apple cider vinegar. 1 cup warm water, not boiling. Juice of half a fresh lemon. 1 tablespoon raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. Optional. A small pinch of ground turmeric or ginger for added anti-inflammatory boost. Drink this slowly on an empty stomach. It helps flush out toxins, gently stimulate the liver, and prepare your body to absorb nutrients throughout the day. Many seniors also notice reduced bloating and improved regularity with this practice. Step 2. Pineapple plus chia morning bowl. Create a light but powerful breakfast that soothes joints and nourishes your muscles. Simple recipe: 1/2 cup fresh pineapple diced, 1 tablespoon chia seeds, 1/2 banana for natural potassium, a handful of spinach or kale, can be steamed or raw. 1/4 cup plain yogurt or unsweetened almond milk. Blend this into a smoothie or mix as a bowl. The combination delivers bromelain, magnesium, fiber, and omega-3 SS, all critical for fighting inflammation and building mobility. Optional add-ons: sprinkle cinnamon for blood sugar control, a spoon of ground flax seeds for extra omega-3, a few walnuts or almonds for crunch and protein. This breakfast is light, easy to digest, and gives your joints what they need to start the day moving. Evening routine: ease and repair. Ritual: as the day ends, your body turns to repair. Give it what it needs to calm inflammation and rebuild overnight. Step 1. Golden milk or turmeric tea. This warm drink acts like a signal to the body. It's time to rest, heal, and release the day's tension. Simple golden milk recipe: 1 cup unsweetened almond milk or any plant-based milk, 1/2 teaspoon turmeric, a pinch of black pepper to activate curcumin, 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon, optional, 1/2 teaspoon fresh grated ginger, optional, a few drops of honey, if not diabetic. Heat gently in a small pot. Stir constantly. Sip it slowly, about 60–90 minutes before bed. This not only helps with joint pain, but also promotes deeper sleep and more relaxed muscles. Step 2. Light stretch plus magnesium snack before bed. Do 5–10 minutes of gentle leg or hip stretches. Then enjoy a magnesium-rich snack like a small handful of raw pumpkin seeds, a slice of roasted sweet potato, a piece of dark chocolate, 70% or more. These foods help calm the nervous system, reduce nighttime cramps, and signal the body to enter rest mode. Together with golden milk, this combo becomes a soothing ritual that resets your system daily. Consistency over intensity. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about doing a few things consistently. These 2 simple rituals, one in the morning, one at night, can reduce joint pain, support digestion, and improve balance over time. No pills, no complicated plans, just food done with intention. Next, let's talk about how long it takes to feel results and how to adjust based on your body's feedback. Let's be honest. If you've been dealing with joint pain for months or years, you're probably wondering, how long will this take to actually feel better? That's a fair question, and I want to give you a realistic but hopeful answer. Most people begin to notice subtle but meaningful changes within 7 to 10 days, if they stay consistent. And it all comes down to 3 things: reducing inflammation, restoring minerals, and retraining your body's rhythm. Let me walk you through what a typical 10-day reset might feel like. Day 1 to 3. Relief begins with removal. In the first few days, your body starts removing excess water and inflammation. If you've been eating processed foods or skipping minerals, you might actually feel a little tired or foggy at first. But don't panic. This is often a sign that the body is rebalancing. You're giving your system permission to shift gears, away from constant alert mode and towards healing. Common first signs of change: less bloating in the belly and joints, fewer nighttime cramps, slight increase in energy in the afternoon, more awareness of thirst, a good thing. Drink more water, stick with the routines. You're not doing it wrong, you're finally doing it right. Day 4 to 7, strength returns. By midweek, something beautiful starts happening. Those nutrients, magnesium, bromelain, potassium and omega-3s, have begun to build back your foundation. You may feel less stiffness in the knees or hips when waking up, more stable when walking, reduced creaky feeling in your joints after sitting, more restful sleep from the evening ritual. Your morning mobility may surprise you. Even if pain isn't gone, it feels different, less sharp, more manageable. That's inflammation going down. Many people say their mood improves too. That's no accident. Your gut and joints are both sensitive to inflammation. Calm one and the other follows. Day 8 to 10, momentum builds. By this stage, your body starts to trust the new pattern. The daily rhythm of hydration, natural anti-inflammatories and consistent minerals has signaled your system to keep healing. You might notice more confidence going upstairs, less need for pain rubs or over-the-counter relief, better digestion even after bigger meals, energy that lasts longer into the evening. Walking feels less guarded and more natural. This is where it gets exciting, because the results don't stop here. They multiply. What happens after 10 days? Some people choose to continue daily. Others shift to 4 or 5 days per week. The key is staying consistent enough to stay ahead of the inflammation. Think of it this way. You're no longer reacting to joint pain. You're preventing it. And if you miss a day, don't worry. Healing isn't about perfection. It's about rhythm. Up next, I'll show you how to keep your joints healthy long-term, even if you're over 70, because these foods are just the beginning. If you've followed the 10-day reset and you're starting to feel the difference in your joints, the next logical question is, how do I keep this going? Because let's face it, most of us don't want to bounce back and forth between feeling good for a few days and then waking up sore again. The goal here is not just relief, it's resilience. Here's your sustainable plan to support joint health for the long run without needing to overhaul your entire lifestyle. 1. Pineapple. Keep it in rotation 3 to 4 times a week. This fruit is more than just a 10-day trick. Bromelain doesn't just reduce swelling, it prevents it from building up in the first place. Keep pre-sliced pineapple in the fridge. Add it to breakfast or post-walk snack. Avoid canned versions with added sugar. If you feel a twinge of inflammation after a long day on your feet or a change in weather, this fruit becomes your first responder. 2. Omega-3 rich foods. 2 to 3 servings a week. You don't need fish every day, but aim to get healthy fats a few times per week. Salmon, sardines or mackerel, walnuts, flaxseed or chia seeds. A teaspoon of flax oil added to a salad. These reduce the rust inside your joints and protect the cartilage from long-term damage. 3. Magnesium-rich choices. Daily. This mineral is essential for relaxing muscles, reducing cramps and lowering joint tension. Leafy greens, spinach, charred pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans or lentils. Even if you only eat a handful of seeds per day, your joints and muscles will feel the benefit. 4. Apple cider. Vinegar as a morning or evening tonic. A teaspoon or 2 in warm water continues to support digestion, circulation and mineral absorption. You don't have to drink it daily. Try 4 days per week to keep your pH in balance and your joints free of that heavy, swollen feeling. 5. Stay hydrated, especially before bed. Dehydration is a sneaky trigger for overnight stiffness. Many seniors feel joint tightness not because of damage, but because of dry connective tissue. Sip water throughout the day. Herbal teas count too. Add lemon or cucumber for taste and nutrients. Your joints are 80% water. Think of hydration as joint oil. 6. Reduce foods that add to inflammation. You don't have to go extreme, but try to limit sugary snacks, cookies, soda, processed meats, excess dairy or fried foods. Instead, swap 1 item per day for something whole and colourful like berries, cooked greens or sweet potato. 7. Make it a ritual, not a rule. The key to long-term results is not willpower, it's rhythm. Keep pineapple in your fridge. Sprinkle seeds on your oatmeal. Add ginger or cinnamon to your tea. These tiny choices become rituals that protect your future. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent enough. Up next, I'll show you the simplest way to build these habits into your day without stress, planning, or perfection. Because health after 60 isn't about diets, it's about systems that support you. By now, you've learned what to eat, what to avoid, and how one simple fruit like pineapple can ease joint pain in ways most pills can't. But what holds it all together? A routine. Not a strict diet, not a 30-day cleanse, just a rhythm your body can depend on. Because the truth is, when you're over 60, consistency matters more than intensity. Here's how to create a joint-supporting routine that fits into real life and doesn't feel like work. Morning, 7 a.m., 9 a.m. Start with hydration. Warm water with lemon and a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar helps wake up your digestive system, reduce overnight stiffness, and jumpstart circulation. Add a fruit-based anti-inflammatory combo. A bowl with pineapple chunks, chia seeds, and a few walnuts gives your body bromelain, magnesium, and omega-3s in one go. Stretch gently. You don't need a full yoga session, just 5-7 minutes of slow movement, leg circles, ankle rolls, toe touches, can ease joint pressure and prevent stiffness later in the day. Midday, 12 p.m., 2 p.m. Lunch that includes movement-friendly nutrients. Think baked sweet potato with steamed greens and a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds, or a lentil soup with turmeric and olive oil. Walk for 10 minutes. After eating, take a short walk. This improves digestion, joint lubrication and blood flow without strain. Evening, 5 p.m., 7 p.m. Dinner should be light but nourishing, steamed or roasted veggies, some lean protein like fish or tofu, and a small side of whole grains, quinoa, barley. Wind down with ginger or cinnamon tea. This calms inflammation, helps your joints recover from the day, and prepares your body for deep sleep, when most healing happens. Weekly rituals to add: foot soak with Epsom salt once or twice per week relieves tension in your legs and supports magnesium absorption. Prep snacks like sliced pineapple, roasted sweet potatoes, or boiled eggs. When healthy food is within reach, you make better choices without thinking. Remember, aging doesn't have to mean stiff joints and limited movement. You don't need a complex plan. You just need a rhythm your body can trust. One that says, I care for you every morning, every meal, every step. And if you miss a day, start again tomorrow. Because your joints don't need perfection, just kindness and consistency. If you found this routine helpful, let us know in the comments. And if you'd like a free printable checklist of this daily joint-friendly plan, tell us below. We might just make one for you.